ready.
First up, before we go, I would like to also show you that we have ourselves a hero to begin with. Gimli, son of Gloin. He is counted as a hero. He's currently level 1. He has attack of 20 and armor of 3. Heroes do not take unit upgrades at all, so the upgrades that I got from the forge do not apply to the hero. Currently Gimli has one special ability which is always on. It's a passive ability. The Siege Aura. This is good because Gimli and anyone around Gimli will deal extra damage to buildings. This is useful if you're the kind of bastard who likes to go straight into the heart of the enemy's base and wreck shit up. Let's attack the enemy. Nice. That wasn't much of a battle really though, because what we attacked were nothing more than an orc bowman. Well, orc archer I think would be the better name actually. I think that's how he actually is called in the game. And three goblin spearmen. Goblin spearmen are particularly weak. They're only good in large groups. While the archers are also pretty squishy. They are actually the squishiest of the ranged units. I think they're quite squishier than dwarves, which is quite pathetic. Up on this hill we will also encounter orc slashers, the primary evil guy unit for melee. He's not so bad, but he's only really effective when he's fully upgraded. Because right now you can see that they're doing some impressive damage to not only the orc slashers but also to the orc archers. These fuckers don't stand a chance. I doubt anyone of our group is going to die. Nope, nobody died. Good. Objectives that you need to visit are marked as the one ring on the map. I don't know why they use the one ring in particular, but fuck it. Ah, another thing that has kicked into the game, fate. It is actually explained rather thoroughly in the tutorial, but I'll give you a short synopsis of how fate works. When you engage enemies in combat, you generate a bit of fate. Eventually you'll make a fate point out of all that fighting and killing. Fate points can be used to do miraculous things. For instance, you can open up your fate power menu by clicking on the Palantir. That actually is the Palantir, by the way. It's not just a shiny bauble. And you can use your fate points on some of the fucking powers that you got. You only have 5 powers in total, but that's a thing with the evil team as well, I believe. They may have 1 extra power, but that really doesn't matter. Or you can use the fate points to unlock new hero abilities, which is what they're going to do. We're going to unlock Sunder, which requires 2 fate points. This is an active ability for Gimli. It means that it's gonna have a recharge time. This one's rechargeable in 15 seconds after use. And it's a very useful ability. If you're surrounded by a large group of enemies, you can use it to stun them. It'll stun them for about 3 or maybe 4 seconds. Not a very long time, mind you, but it's usually enough to make sure that it makes a difference. Anyway, select any unit you want and right click on the boulders.
I'm on my way.
Kaboom, bitch! I strongly recommend doing this. It'll destroy some enemies and a tower. Despite the towers looking pretty flimsy, it can be quite annoying. Plus, it's another thing that shoots back.
Where are they?
I should probably explain how the towers work as well, since they have a very special thing about them. You see, towers can be garrisoned by up to 4 units. It can be just about anything, really. Choose what you want to use. However, if you want to maximize the efficiency of the tower, you want to add non-hero and non-worker units into the tower. That way, you will increase the firing rate of the tower, making it more effective.
A fine idea. Gimli here.
Stop moving, you bastards. Wait for the others.
Gimli here.
Because of how evil guys work, you will mostly end up stuffing a lot of slave masters into the towers to make them more effective and to make sure your slave masters don't die out. Slave masters are, for the record, the equivalent of camps, but that's all I'll tell you right now, because that will be spoiling the rest of the game before we even get to the point of where it makes sense. Oh, look at that, we got attacked by orcs. Shucks. If you paid close attention, you may have noticed that one of our units was actually pretty close to death, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. What the hell's going on, you might wonder? Well, it's pretty simple. When units are not moving at all, they heal. Let's click on this guy. See, their health regenerates when they are not moving. Their health also regenerates if they are walking. However, they do not regenerate health if they are running, which is the default movement type. Right now we are running around, which means that we can't quite heal ourselves while on the move. If we clicked on this dude icon which says run walk toggle, we could make sure that we could regenerate health while walking. Keep in mind that it's faster to regenerate health if you're standing still, rather than walking. Because walking slows down the regeneration rate. Unless you have something that boosts the regeneration rate in the first place. Alright, that takes care of that. We have recovered a place of power. Places of power are very interesting things that you really want to keep a hold on, like your purse in a particularly bad side of the city. This one in particular is very useful because it actually gives us a regeneration buff. Our units can now regenerate twice as fast. So if you're standing still, you can actually see how fast the health regenerates. Just leave it there for a minute and your buddy will regenerate to full health in no time. He will also be able to regenerate at the normal rate if he's running, which is amazing. You're gonna need to grab this kind of a place of power at all times. Of course, there are some places of power which are pretty damn shitty, but we'll get to that later, provided they ever show up.
Let us go on.
The thing you need to know the most... no, what am I saying? The thing that you definitely need to know about the places of power is that they are extremely useful, and if you're not gonna take them, you're a fucking moron. We have obtained 3 fate points, which allows us to use a bit more fate powers than before. While our units are going around to kill some bitches, which are currently somewhere on the hill, I'm going to explain what are our powers.
Over here. Let us go on.
Right now we have access to Blind, Brambles, Heroic Legacy and Blessed Wind. What the hell is the game doing? God damn it. Don't... Oh, never mind, never mind. I thought it was about to crash. Blind is exactly what you think it is. It's gonna make a little flash of light which is going to temporarily stun the enemy. They will be completely defenseless and at your mercy, so just fucking destroy their asses like it ain't nothing else. I believe there are some orcs here. Oh yeah, there is. Alright, move these guys away, fuck them. I'm gonna let Gimli grind a bit. You want Gimli to grind actually, because levels carry over in the campaigns. In the campaign, so you wanna grind. You want him to level up pretty good. It'll be necessary in one particular mission, which is what I'm doing right now. If you've played Dota or League of Legends, you know exactly what to do in this case. Brambles allow you to infest a patch of land with annoying thorny brambles, which don't do anything to you, but to the enemies who try to pass through them, it'll inflict a lot of fucking damage. It can be used as a very nice area control mechanism. Although I personally would not recommend to use it because it's one of the least interesting powers. Nice.
Just give me a row of orc necks.
By the way, just a quick note. Once your hero levels up, he will gain extra points in attack and armor. Just so you know. He can also get more health. Blessed Wind is kind of useful, but it's entirely situational. You see, Blessed Wind will give knockback to ranged attacks, but it's only useful for the ranged units. And it's only useful in certain situations, particularly in places where ranged units are all you got to use, and where melee is just not effective, or if you want to do some crowd control. In our current case, it would be a complete fucking waste of fate points to actually use it, so we won't.
Over here.
And then there's the Heroic Legacy, the most powerful of all fate powers, and also the most dangerous to use. You see, Heroic Legacy will give you a strong, massive bonus to your hero's armor and attack, but it comes at a price. Normally heroes after death can be revived at a stronghold. However, if you give them the Heroic Legacy, not only will we get that bonus, we will also lose their ability to be revived. So you have to be extra careful after giving them that bonus to make sure they don't die. If they die, they will be gone forever. Well, at least until the match is over. So you really don't want your Heroic Legacy to go to waste and your hero to get fucking smushed. Try not to get that to happen. It's also a good idea not to give Heroic Legacy to weak heroes. Like right now, giving Gimli Heroic Legacy might seem like a good idea, but in fact it is not, because it only gives you a buff to your... Well, I think it actually gives you extra health too, I'm not exactly sure on that part. But basically, you don't want to give him the Heroic Legacy right now, because his level is simply too small. He would die too early, and you wouldn't be able to make much out of a Heroic Legacy. The optimal level to start thinking about giving someone a Heroic Legacy is level 5. Because then he's strong enough to survive long enough until he reaches the maximum level, which is level 10. Right, looks like we reached our destination. This is the orc camp, right fucking here. We have to destroy this place. I think we'll be able to win with our current forces. But you gotta consider the fact that you got some enemies and a tower. You also have to consider the fact that your hero is not a pushover. He knows what he's doing. I mean, come on, Gimli is destroying this tower all by himself. Look at the damage he's dealing, holy fuck. He's gonna wreck that tower like ain't nothing. Well, he's done with that one, and he didn't really feel much of damage out of it. You gain experience for the heroes by destroying just about anything, be it a unit, a hero, or a building. It doesn't matter. That over here is the orc captain. He has plenty of attack, armor, and health. But no worries. If he can get one more fate point, we're going to show him what we're made of. Come on, just one more fate point, please. I don't want to attack the fucking captain just yet, because I want to show you something that requires quite a bit of fate points, but they don't seem to be getting those fucking fate points. It's easier to get a lot of fate points when you have a larger army.
We are under attack.
And then you're attacking large forces, of course. God damn it, does it really take that much effort to get that fucking fate point? I don't believe it. Doesn't make sense. Give me the bloody fate point, you son of... Here we go. Alright, retreat.
Just give me a row of orc necks.
Let us run away and hope to God the fucking orc decides to stop chasing us at some point.
Onward.
We are under attack.
Oh, what the hell? I didn't notice those guys. Is he really going to chase us all the way through?
Let us go on.
I think he is. Okay, when you get 7 fate points, you can summon a particularly big fucking ant. If you're the good guys. If you're the bad guys, you can summon something even better, but we'll get to that later. Just choose your place where you want to summon the ant, and you'll be able to control him. Notice how much fucking attack he has. Fucking 50. Boom! He's gonna fucking smush that bastard. He throws rocks. He's classified as a siege hero unit, which is also a fucking detector. But we'll get to that later when it makes sense. Look at that, he got fucking destroyed. Not even
Good work,
a
friend.
corpse left out of him.
We've cleared the orcs from these hills.
That they did, Gimli, that we did.
Rumors spread quickly in the orc ranks about dwarves who could make rocks fall from the sky. The orcs retreated from the cliffs and mountain ledges they had used to invade the dwarf lands. A dwarf victory would have been assured, but fear of the Dark Lord Sauron inspired the orcs to find another way into the kingdom of Durin's folk.
And now we are greeted by the statistics. After every match, no matter if it's the campaign, the skirmish, the multiplayer, whatever, you will always be greeted by the statistics, where you can see just how many points you collected, just how many fucking units did you make, how many did you kill, and how many of yours have been killed. It seems that of ours we only lost 8, while we only had like 22. They, on the other hand, lost 71 out of 77. That sucks. And we got the award Warlord. What are the awards good for? I don't know. I guess they're just bragging rights, cause I've never seen them do anything.